In modern times, if we want water in our indoor buildings and areas, we use a system of pipes and plumbing, just like at our faucet here at HQ for Spree. If we look underneath, we can see the pipes bringing water up into our faucet through these braided lines right here. And it allows us to get water out of the faucet up top, which then drains back down into the bigger pipes, which allows it to drain back out into the water system. And now we're going to compare this to how the Incas would have gotten water into and out of their buildings in this next video. So that was the Temple of the Sun, and they believed that they brought the water in down through this viaduct. And it would go in here where they would collect it. Excuse me. And then the water would drain out like a storm drain through those holes over there. There's 3 holes. And those holes are to represent the theology of the Inca Empire. Here I am at Spree's Urban Community Garden that was recently installed at our headquarters here near the South Platte River. And it has a great example of how we use outdoor plumbing today in modern day settings to our advantage. And we do so by this little dripper hose that has been installed to help evenly distribute water throughout the garden. And as you'll see in the next video, the Incas, outside of the buildings in Machu Picchu, also had to figure out a way to distribute water outside of their buildings that you'll see right now. So here in Denver and pretty much all over the rest of the country, the roads are actually designed to help get storm and rainwater off of them so it doesn't flood our vehicles. So if you look at this road that I'm on now, it actually has a little mound shape to it that helps that water drain off to either side and then over into the storm drains that ultimately take that water to the urban waterways like the South Platte River or the Cherry Creek. And as you'll see in the next video, the people of Peru do something very similar where they have little canals built on the either sides of the roads to help the water drain off of them and down into the nearby rivers and streams. Just like in Denver, Colorado, here in Peru they have storm drains basically, or canals where the water literally can flow from rainstorms. They need it to flow off the roads just like where we live. Now our water will flow to the South Platte River, but this water will flow on down to the nearest river, which I believe was the Milky Way River that we saw going into Pisac, right over there. So just like what we have in Denver, all over the world they have to find ways to take care of their water. Here in the South Platte River in Denver, Colorado, one of the resources that you can find in the water is actually gold. And that's what helped start our city over 150 years ago as the pioneers came out and they were finding gold. And you can still find gold in the water today, however, not very much. And so now what we're going to look at in this next video is how the people of the Maras district in Peru use a resource from their waterway. So the natural spring water travels down these main canals, and every 3 days, looks like they'll pull this rock away and allow it to go down this minor canal, this secondary canal, to fill up these pools all over this area. And every 3 days, the salt precipitates out, they fill it up again, and they make about 4-inch blocks, and then they harvest them in about 1 month. Amazing.